There he is. You know, it is Valentine's Day today, and for him, it's Valentine's Day every day. This is the podcast for November 12th. November 2012 limited series. I'm here with Corporal Punishment. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I don't know which goes where.
Let's do the Elysium. Let's do the white.
Let's do the white. Let's do a white.
Pool boy.
Pool boy.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Pool boy.
Now we did feature the Chardonnay in this club, and then they brought this back. It's Napa Valley juice. They keep bringing this stuff back. I'm like, okay, either I'm going to become a pool boy based on the label, or they got to stop making this wine. So actually, this is all Napa Valley juice.
And it has, isn't that cute? It has the top part of a bikini
Pool boy
on the label.
Did you always want to be a pool boy?
I'm
I'm
not
a
sure
pool
what it
man,
means.
man. I'd be a pool man, not a pool boy.
I'd be a pool guy.
This reeks of Napa
Boy, that's
Valley.
really serious wine.
Want some more of that?
Man, oh man, that's really good.
It's like guava and
Oh,
there's
it's guayaba. Yeah, there's tons of guayaba in there.
a little pineapple.
Little pineapple. Wow. No, this is definitely Sauvignon Blanc from the Napa Valley, which, you know, you're going to pay $25 for, $22.99 for this. Reorder price is $13.99. And
You know what's cool about this is that it's pure Napa for one.
is there such a thing as impure Napa?
But well, you don't get that. You know, like you could taste this next to a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and it's like they're not even the same grape.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the districts and the weather and the soil, they're so different. So it's a wonderful departure from having, because there's a lot of New Zealand wines in America right now. All these grapefruit, grass, herbs, and all this stuff. And here's a solid white wine. I mean, how could you not like this?
I give up.
95.
95. Okay, we're doing the other white now?
Might do the other way.
Well, I don't know. You said that before we
Why not?
started. And
This is our friends from Matchbook, and they just keep making stuff and keep bringing
these
it
guys
to us to
make
keep.
really, really good wines.
I
You
mean,
know?
the guy was a pyromaniac as a kid, so he names his winery Matchbook. I don't know. But this is Chardonnay from Dunican Hills.
Oh yeah, Dunican Hills. That's near the Sierra foothills. And
Well, interesting note.
yeah,
No,
it's
not a lot of
interesting.
oak, but
It's got oak. I mean, but it's got that sweet vanilla component, but it's not like charred because they, you know, when they put them in oak, they
It's got like cake batter carrot flavors to it. Wow. It's subtle though, you know. It's got balance, but it's not overly dominant.
This is a perfect example of when oak can actually expand a wine, not dominate it. You know, and boy, they have done a great job. And you know, it's probably got appreciable oak in it. It's
So
most
elegant.
likely French because it's not overpowering.
No, correct.
But the most important part is when you order oak barrels, you order them with several grades of toast. And what that means is how long did they char those barrels with flame so they could bend them into a barrel. And you can buy them in light, medium, and heavy toast. Let me tell you, the heavy toast one tastes like you're eating a
Scotch.
a fire. Well, yeah, a little like Scotch,
It's charred.
actually.
It's just charred.
It's just charred. It tastes like a forest fire.
This is really elegant. It's
Very, very
I
elegant.
mean, it's not high on acid, but it's
Well, it's got pretty good acidity.
Solid middle palate. It's unbelievable. I'm going to give this 95. We're really giving away 95s, 96s these days.
Well, you got some really good wines this
Some nice
month,
wines.
as opposed to what we usually have.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is a great wine. I'm going to have to do a 95 on this one, too. This is phenomenal.
2010 Chardonnay from Matchbook. Now comes a red wine from my good friend Bruno Lagat,
My good friend
who
Bruno.
owes me cassoulet. Every time he brings me a French wine, I'm bringing cassoulet. He never brings me cassoulet, even though cassoulet is like, wasn't that the poor man's dish of France? Right?
Yeah, no, nobody can afford it.
It's total brasserie.
You want me to bring you some cassoulet? I'll bring you some
Yeah,
cassoulet.
I mean, I love cassoulet.
I got some duck marinating in my refrigerator.
Sous vide.
No, and it's fat.
Now let me ask you a question about the sous vide thing. The sous vide is the vacuum cooked meat, right?
Yeah,
If
well,
you eat
anything.
chicken in it, does it come out like totally plump and juicy?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I had it the other night.
It just melts in your mouth.
I'm pretty convinced that the restaurant Santa got this stuff was from the sous vide because
Well-
it had not changed its shape. It was plump, juicy all the way through. It was cooked. It wasn't overcooked. It wasn't undercooked. It just was proper.
Well, I had that just yesterday in this restaurant I was telling you about in Redondo Beach. That is phenomenal. But he didn't cook it sous vide, and it had a crispy skin. You know, it's all you have to do to make really good food is pay attention. Most people don't understand.
This one did not have a crispy skin. This is 50% Grenache, 50% Merlot. How bizarre is that? And you get it. You can taste that. And it's from the south, right?
Yeah, south of France. Languedoc-Roussillon.
Yes, and you will see this wine in Vegas a lot, because he is, you know, Vegas, all those fancy restaurants with their $200, $300, $400 bottles of wine, because of the recession, they've all cut back to wines where they can sell for $60 to $70. This is that kind of wine, and now they're banging on his doors to bring these wines in that are so good from France, and they can't buy, you know, classified Bordeaux's.
Well, they can.
They're buying them.
Well, yeah, that's
so
true.
now they're looking for good French wines that they can afford, and this is there.
This is it. $25 on the shelf, $15.99 on a reorder price. And this is a serious wine. And I have this with a really good, you know, prime rib.
I haven't seen Grenache blended with Merlot, particularly from the south, which is pretty rare. I mean, just growing Merlot down there is kind of bizarre.
Not. They grow quite a bit of Merlot down there in Cabernet. They grow everything they want. Actually, it's just putting it. They got a broad palette of grapes to choose from. It's just figuring out how to blend them so you come up with something like this for this kind of price. And this is spectacular.
It's like the beginning's Grenache, and then the middle's kind of the blend, and then the end is Merlot. I love it.
That's delicious. I'm doing a 95 on that too.
Me too.
I'm tired of
Alicio, 2010 Alicio.
Alicio.
So when you guys go to Vegas, you know, you're hanging out, you know, the Palazzo or something, and the guy brings you this wine list that says Alicio Grenache Merlot, and it says $60 a bottle. You go, hey, I can get it for $15.99 at Wine Month Club.
Yeah, that'll go over really
Let me
well.
tell you something funny. My sister was doing a presentation with all her attorney friends in San Diego. She organized this meeting, 2 or 3 attorneys. They're working on a project. A woman walks in with wine for the evening because it was like a dinner thing, and she pulls out a bottle of Dragonia. My sister goes, this is a total random thing. My sister goes, she goes, where'd you get that? She goes, oh, I belong to the Wine of the Month Club. And she goes, well, let me see the brochure. So the woman takes out the box, and she goes, that's my brother right there in the picture.
Oh, that's funny. That is too funny.
You never know. You never know.
Yes.
All right, this is one of my favorite wines of the year. One of my favorite deals. You know, wine is important, but I love making the deals, right?
Oh, more important than the wine.
These poor guys bringing beer from New Zealand. They do a really good job with it. They don't know how to sell wine. They're sitting on all this wine. They keep pushing me to buy it. I loved it. Overpriced. Finally, now they're starting to come around.
Yeah, well,
like they all do, right?
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
You know? Well, people that get in the wine business, whatever, it's so interesting because whatever acumen, whatever intelligence, whatever talent they had that made them the money to decide to get in the wine business goes right out the door.
Has nothing to do with it.
You know, all of a sudden they become bumbling idiots.
So this is of course Australian from the Barossa Valley, which is known for like big old big giant Cabernet.
What does he really mean by that?
I don't know, but this is a Cabernet from the Barossa Valley. Cats amongst the pigeons. What did I email you yesterday? Microsoft changed the word amongst to something else. It digests or ingest.
Oh, amongst ingest the
Cats
pigeons.
ingest the pigeons.
You know.
And you're right back. What WTF?
You know, I got nothing better to do than to read his little musings when he gets off on some tangent. You know, I'm trying to write the newsletter, and you're sending me this.
Okay,
but
how about this wine though, man? This is berries and berries and berries.
This is dense though. This is chocolate and dark wood and, you know, almost. Look at the color. My God, you can't even see past the. You know, it stains the glass.
I love this wine.
Amazing wine. Something you need something good
hit.
for. This is a biggie. This is Cabernet, $24.99 from Cat Amongst the Pigeons. You can buy it for $15.99.
Yeah, but let me give you a secret, Ed. In the classic series, we're going to have the Cats Amongst the Pigeons, Syrah Grenache. Don't tell anybody, okay?
My secret.
Okay, we're stealing that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't tell them to bring it in. I just gave an opportunity to sell it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, instead of a hat, you should be wearing a halo. You know, maybe we'll get you some little wings in the back, you know? Okay, well, if you're still with us, that's it. You know, I'm sorry to have put you through this, but we had to do it. It's kind of what we do here.
Limited series.
November 2012. God, You could paint with that.